it's me Wes, and today on the Wonderfoolery Minecraft video, I will be reading for you A Field Guide to Western Reptiles and Amphibians by Robert C. Stibbons. Robert C. Stibbons is a professor of zoology and curator in the herpetology in the Museum of Vertebrate Zoology in the University of California, Berkeley. He has won national and international recognition and has been awarded Fellowship of the Guggenheim Foundation and National Science Foundation. Professor Stibbons has traveled widely in the interest of herpetological studies, and improving scientific teaching in schools, and was a member of the University of California Scientific Expedition to the Galapagos Islands. In addition to this book illustrations, he has extended his art to gallery paintings of animals. Dr. Stibbons is the author of several books, among them the well-known textbook Amphibians and Reptiles of Western North America. He is co-author of the 5th edition of the Stower and Usinger General Zoology, and has written many scientific papers on the evolution, distribution, and ecology of reptiles and amphibians. He is actively involved with the problem of environmental damage caused by the proliferation of off-the-road vehicles. I'm just going to be reading the words. You'll have to get a copy of this book for yourself in order to see the pictures. So it's going to be a little bit weird until I get to some of the generalness. Ready? Salamanders. Axilla, groin, caudal grooves, coastal fold. 1, 6, 12, 17, 18. Method of counting coastal grooves. Fruit tubercles. Mental gland. Underside of head. Coastal folds between tips of toes. Of addressed limbs. You know, should I tell you these are all labels of things? Okay, I'll explain what they're labeled of. Eardrum. Eardrum is a label circling the eardrum of a frog. Eye mask. Eye mask is labeling the eye mask of a frog. Angle of jaw. Angle of jaw is labeling the angle of the jaw of the frog. Thumb. Thumb is labeling the thumb of the frog. Knee. Knee is labeling the knee of the frog. Web. Web is labeling the area in between the fingers of the frog that is webbed, so to speak. Heel. Heel is labeling the back of the foot of the frog. Groin. Groin is labeling the groin of the frog. Sacral hump. Sacral hump is labeling the back of the frog. Ready? Now on to toads. Hindfoot. Hindfoot is labeling the hindfoot of the frog. Cranial crest. Cranial crest is labeling the cranial crest of the frog. Parotid gland. Parotid gland is labeling the parotid gland of the frog, which is an area behind its eyeballs. Wart. Toads have warts. Thumb. Toads also have thumbs. Hindfoot. Toads have metatarsal tubercles. Tree frogs have toad pads, and regular frogs do not have toe pads. On to turtles. The labels of the turtle are very interesting. It labeled all of the different parts of the shells of the turtle. Turtle shells have Z parts, V parts, and M parts. And on the inside they have AN parts, F parts, A parts, P parts, and H parts. All of those letters stand for things. A stands for abdominal, AN stands for anal, C stands for coastal, F stands for femoral, G stands for gular, H stands for humeral, M stands for marginal, N stands for nuchal, P stands for pectoral, and V stands for vertebral. Now I am finished with the first part of labeling things, and I pass 2 blank pages to a place where it says, A Field Guide to Western Reptiles and Amphibians. After turning that page, I get to a piece of paper that says The Peterson Field Guide Series, edited by Roger Torrey Peterson. A Field Guide to Birds by Roger Torrey Peterson, number 1. 2 is A Field Guide to Western Birds by Roger Torrey Peterson. 3. A Field Guide to Shells of the Atlantic and Gulf Coasts of the West Indies by Percy M. Morris. 4 is A Field Guide to Butterflies by Alexander B. Klotz. 5 is A Field Guide to the Mammals by William H. Burt and Richard P. Grossenheider. 6 is A Field Guide to Pacific Coast Shells, including shells of Hawaii and the Gulf of California by Percy A. Morris. 7 is A Field Guide to Rocks and Minerals by Frederick H. Poog. 8 is A Field Guide to the Birds of Britain and Europe by Roger Torrey Peterson, Guy Montfort, and P.A.D. Hollum. 9 is A Field Guide to Animal Tracks by Olaus J. Murray. 10 is A Field Guide to the Ferns and their related families of northeastern and central North America by Booten Cobb. 11 is A Field Guide to Trees and Shrubs by George A. Petrese. You know what? There's a bunch more, and I'm not going to list them now, because I think I'm out of time. Have a good day, week, month, year. See you next time I make a video. Check out the other stuff on this channel. Bye.